Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Today is Monday, and yet again I have another story for you. Before I get into the story, I would like to say right now I am at the Dominion Tower. I really don't know why, to be honest. I kind of want to get all the Dominion journal pages so I can really get rid of the Dominion Tower book in my bank, because I really don't want it there. So it would be nice if I got the journal pages, and then I could go to the top floor of the Dominion Tower and whatnot, but it's also just me stocking up on Goliath gloves and Swift gloves and all that, so that's really what I'm doing right now. I got all of my hybrid armor. I finally got the Trickster, the Battle Mage, and the Vanguard. I'm really happy that I got all of that, and now I'm moving on. I don't know what to really do. I think I'm going to start bossing to make some bank before the combat thing so I can get full Torva and stuff, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that's right now what I'm doing in RuneScape is I'm at the Dominion Tower for no really good reason. So I'm just gonna keep staying here and having fun here until something better pops up. But now for the story time. Now you guys are used to the funny stories and you guys really enjoy when I can make you guys laugh and can make you guys have a good time on Mondays. And this story, because a lot of you sparked interest in it, I'm not going to be funny because it's really not a funny story. This is more of a real life reflection story and kind of like giving you guys a life lesson and teaching you something that you can use in life. Now, last week, I said in my commentary, my story time, that I got picked on in high school and I had troubles in high school, and I'm going to tell you all that right now. So it's really not a funny story, so I'm sorry for ahead of time if I'm going to ruin anyone's mood, but it's not that bad. It's just kind of teaching you guys something and teach you guys not to bully other people. So anyway, let's get into the story. I started getting bullied around 7th grade in middle school. My elementary school went from kindergarten to 6th grade, so I was in that for that long, and then 7th and 8th was middle school, and 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th was high school. So in 7th grade I was about, I don't know, 12 years old, 11 years old, I'm not really sure, somewhere from 11 to 12 years old, and I used to wear, just whatever really my mom chose. I really didn't dress myself that much in 7th grade, that is, and I would get mismatched with all these different kinds of clothes. Like I had a turtleneck one time that my cousin gave me for Christmas, and I had these like goofy shorts or these, whatever. I looked stupid, okay? And I just looked retarded. And people picked on me for that, but the main reason people picked on me is because my skin was white. Now, does that make any sense to you guys? Like, first of all, if you're gonna bully someone, which I highly suggest you don't do because that can really hurt someone, but when you bully someone, you usually bully on them for a different race, a different something like that, but you shouldn't be doing that. But now you're picking on me because I'm a little bit whiter than you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not albino, I'm not, crazy different, I'm just pale. I'm pale just like probably half the people that play RuneScape, half the people that, don't have melatonin in their skin, so I just can't tan. I'm white, okay? So I'm just a white kid. It's not like I'm a freak or something different, I just have white skin. So I really started getting picked on for having white skin back in 7th grade. A lot of kids are very immature, I guess you can say, and I guess just because I'm like a tier whiter than them, like I really don't know what to say. I'm just pale, that people just decided to pick on me, and it kind of became a thing. Like this one kid, I'll just say his name was James. James picked on me first, and then the whole school started picking on me. And I had a few friends, and I stuck with them for a while. But after that, everyone else was against me and picked on me, and it was kind of upsetting because when you're in 7th grade, you really don't expect to like be hated by like the whole school just for no reason. Like I don't know what the reason is, just because I'm white and I was begging I could get tan or I could be a different skin color. Like it was ridiculous that the fact that just because I'm pale, I was getting picked on, and I'm normal. I'll put a picture of myself on the screen right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's not like I'm different. I'm just a white kid. I'm just a little bit whiter. Like I don't get what the big problem is. I'm sure you see my real life videos. If you haven't, check those out because you can perfectly see my skin color there where I'm not different. But that's what kids picked on me for. So whatever to them, all power to them. And I got picked on from 7th grade to I'd probably say about 10th grade for my skin color and also other stupid things. Like I would say I got picked on because I wore that Calvin Klein turtleneck sweater, and I wore some stupid, I like mismatched brands, and at the time I don't really know what the brands are at 7th and 8th grade. I'm pretty sure no one really knew what brands were, but other people were wearing South Pole and Echo, and everyone was like, oh, if you don't wear these, you're a loser or you're a fag, and they would just call me all these names, and it was like, why? Like, just they would call me, like, here's an example for when, my being white, people would sing the Ghostbusters theme song when I walked by, or hum the Ghostbusters theme song. People would call me Danny Phantom. People would call me, whatever they want, Ghost, Whitey, faggot. They were calling me anything just because I was white. I really don't understand the concept of making fun of someone because you're white too. I mean, he was probably just as white as me, the kid who originally started this. So it really got me confused of why I was getting picked on. But who knows? I mean, like I said in many other commentaries, I would never change what happened to me or what I went through because that's made me who I am, and that has made my mind think the way I think, and the things I believe in. It all happened because of all of my life events, and I would never change it. So I'm rather happy that I got picked on. I mean, you don't hear a lot of people say that, but it really made me stronger as a person. It made me not be a victim to all of hate and discrimination, no matter what anyone said to me. It was either, if they made fun of me for my skin color, or made fun of me because I'm stupid, or made fun of me because whatever, it really never affects me. Like, even haters and comments and stuff like that, none of that affects me because of just my mindset and what I've went through. So it really prepared me for real life and what I would expect in real life. So I was really happy that all of this happened to me because I learned so much from it, and it really made me who I am. But anyways, I got picked on for being white, and those are some of the things that would happen. People would sing the Ghostbusters theme song when I walked by the hall. People would just pick on me, and then I got picked on for wearing different brands because everyone was wearing South Pole and Echo and all this stuff, and I was wearing turtleneck, and I don't know what I was wearing, and I would wear these. I had this giant shirt. It was like, because I thought I wanted to be, I wanted to be cool because everyone was wearing these, and I'm this white kid wearing this black shirt with like Tupac's face on it. I'm pretty sure you guys know what shirt I'm talking about. It's like a black long shirt, and it's got like a black and white face of like a rapper on the front of it. And I had one of 50 Cent, and I had one of Tupac, and it was embarrassing. Like, I look at that stuff now and I just laugh because what the hell was I thinking? A picture of Tupac and I'm the whitest kid ever? Do I want to just die? Like, what is that? So anyway, I don't know what I was wearing back in the day, but I got picked on for that, and that's why I have the style I have now, and that's why I like to have the shoe collection I have now, because I like to have the nicest shoes. I like to have the nicest kind of style. I like to look good every time I go out. So that's why I kind of got into style more, because all of that happened in my past. So that's why I'm big on style. That's why I'm not affected by haters and people that try to like pick on people, and I don't care about any of that. But that's pretty much how I got picked on from 7th to 10th grade, and then 11th grade and 12th grade it really didn't happen that much, but it still was a big part of my life. The fact that 7th to 10th grade is pretty much when I'm starting to grow up and starting to go through puberty and all this other stuff. So it was a big like hit on me, and I learned a lot. I mean, it really did suck. I mean, I came home crying sometimes, and my mom would be like, "What?" And I'd be like, it sucks because I'm just like all of them, but I'm getting picked on. I'm getting picked on for no reason. And she was like, "Don't worry, they don't let them get to you. Just ignore them and do the best you can." And that's what I did. I ignored them for 4 years. Well, I tried to ignore them to the best of my ability. And after a while, it just became stupid. Like in 10th grade, I realized how stupid they were. And then finally in like 11th grade, they kind of matured and they kind of grew up. I mean, they still had resentment towards me. Like, they wouldn't be my friend because, my past of being made fun of. But it was nice to not get made fun of in like 11th and 12th grade. I mean, I still got picked on a little bit and people would still make jokes about stuff, but it wasn't as serious as it was in 7th and 10th grade. So anyways, it really sucked being bullied, and I remember hating every second of it, and it sucked. But now I like it because I was able to reflect back on that and see all of the things that I could learn from, and make myself a better person and what not to do to other people. And it really made me think that I treat everyone the same as how you want to be treated. That's one of my main like mottos is treat others how you want to be treated. And a lot of people will take that out of context because I said that in the Ross rap, and you guys were all like, "Oh, so if Hitler wanted to be treated, he wanted to get killed," or something like that. I don't know what people were saying, but you guys were making dumb analogies like, "Oh, if I want to get kicked, so I should kick people," or something like that. I don't know. People were saying something stupid, but treat others how you want to be treated, and that's exactly what I'm saying is, if you want to be treated with respect and kindness and have people like you, then respect everyone and don't single people out and don't make fun of people. Just be yourself and treat everyone like you want to be treated. So that's my kind of lesson for you guys, is don't bully people because you don't know what they're going through or what it's doing to them or what they do at home after you make fun of them, like cry to their parents or cut their wrists. I mean, I don't cut my wrists. I never cut my wrists ever. That's that's crazy. But like, I just, I came home crying countless amounts of time just because I was so upset, and, it really just sucked being made fun of and not being liked by many of the kids. So it was a tough time to go through, and like I said, I'm happy I went through it now, but back then it was really rough on me. And just don't pick on people because it really can affect their lives and change them. I mean, it can change them for the better like it did me, but it also can change them for the worse. So be wise with what you want to do. Treat others how you want to be treated, and don't pick on kids just because they look different or they talk different or anything like that. Accept them for who they are and become their friends. If anyone's getting picked on, do me a favor and reach out to them and become their friend. It doesn't matter if they're weird or whatever, because if someone's weird and everyone doesn't like the kid, one day he's going to shoot up the school, and if he shoots up the school and you're friends with him, he's not going to shoot you. So that's something you can really take from it. I mean, I don't really know if you guys are going to take that the wrong way, but it's just saying, if there's a kid that's crazy and, you know, everyone's picking on him and he's going to go to an extreme radical, then be his friend. Become his friend. You know, tell him that you understand that it sucks being made fun of and, you know, whatever, and he won't kill you. You'll be alive and you'll be the reason, you'll be the change in the world. So try to just be nice to everyone, because it really is a big thing, and it really affected me back in the day getting picked on. And I'm sorry that you guys all had to hear this depressing topic, but I have a funny story to spin off of being made fun of. In 8th grade, I was in English class with a bunch of my friends, and it was like, I think I had an 8th period. This is another thing I got made fun of over time, and it was pretty much just for the year I got made fun of for this. But in 8th grade, we were in English, 8th period, and I'm with a bunch of my friends in that class, and I had a really, really bad stomach ache. Now, when I have a stomach ache, I really just, you know, have to go to the bathroom, obviously, take a shit. So, I really had to go to the bathroom, but I hate public restrooms, and back then, my public restroom in my middle school was disgusting. Like, people would smoke in there. So, it was absolutely gross. So I would never go in there, and I would just wait, because 8th period was the last period. So I would just go home after that, and I would go to the bathroom. But I had a really bad stomach ache. I don't know if I ate something wrong in lunch or something, but it was just crazy. Like, I had to go to the bathroom bad. So anyways, I'm sitting there and we're reading this book. I think we were reading the K, like I said. This was Mrs. G. Oh no, this wasn't Mrs. G's class. This was Mrs. B's class, and we were reading a different story. I forget what story, to be honest, but it didn't matter. But my teacher is reading it, and she's reading it out loud, and I have this terrible stomach ache. And now, normally, I'm a very silent farter. Like, I don't fart loud. Like, you know, I don't go, hey guys, and, you know, everyone laugh about it. I'm a very silent farter. Sometimes it smells. I mean, I'm not gonna get into depth in my farts. That's just kind of immature. But I never, you know, fart loud to the point where everyone can hear it. And I have this terrible stomach ache. And right, of course, it's right as there's a giant pause, right? My teacher is reading the book, and she comes to this giant pause. We'll just say that the sentence end, and he jumped over the fence. And before she gets into the next paragraph, all you hear come out of my ass is this giant explosion type fart. And it literally was the loudest and longest thing I've ever heard. Like, when you're in the moment too, everything is twice as long and twice as in like slow motion. Just like if you're at the buzzer for a basketball shot and you're about to hit it, you're in slow motion and you see the shot, and it takes longer for the ball to get in the hoop than normal. This is what happened with my fart. It just kept going on and on and on. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my god. And I'm thinking I'm gonna shit my pants. I don't want to shit my pants. That's embarrassing as hell. But I just farted extremely loud, and everyone's laughing at me. I ended up having to leave the class. My teacher was even laughing at me. So that was, I mean, it's not really I was getting picked on for that, but it was an embarrassing time. And I just left the classroom, and I went to the nurse, and I went home early. It was ridiculous. Like, that was such a bad moment. And, you know, on top of having, you know, white skin and getting made fun of for it, and on top of, you know, all of the other things I got made fun of, then they added, you know, Mr. Farter or whatever they said. I don't know what they said to me, but they added that one to the resume of me getting made fun of. So it wasn't a good look, and it was very upsetting, you know, to do that, especially at the time of me getting picked on. So it really did suck, but I thought I'd share a little humor with you guys amongst this whole getting picked on story. But like I said, the main thing I want you to get out of this is treat others how you want to be treated, and don't bully people for no reason, because they really do get affected by it. I luckily have my head on tight, and I know what I'm doing now, and I know that nothing can stop me, and I have a bunch of supporters, friends, fans, everything like that. So thank you all for, you know, being with me and supporting who I am. And what I am is a person who believes in dreams, and a person who will fight for what's right. And I enjoy doing what I love to do, which is make videos for you guys, which is playing video games, which is just doing good things with my life and doing the right thing. So thank you all for supporting me, and thank you all for being a part of what I do. But remember, treat others how you want to be treated. That's a big thing. I can't stress that enough, because that's something I really learned. And always smile. Just always, even if life is really down, if you're getting picked on, if you're the person getting picked on who's listening to this video, just smile and ignore the people that are making fun of you, because no matter what, you are who you are, you're beautiful and who you are, and it doesn't matter what other people say, because they won't change you. They can't break you as long as you stay strong. It's hard, trust me, I know. I've been through it. I have been through it all. Trust me, it is difficult. but you will get through it, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And once you hit college, I promise you, everything will change. If you're getting picked on in high school or middle school, once you get into the next level of school, people will mature and people will look at you differently, I promise. Because it's hard to go through high school having the stain on you of being the whitest kid or something like that, and then, you know, trying to get out of that rut. You know, I can't turn black or can't tan immediately, you know, out of nowhere. So I had to accept who I am, and I love who I am, and that's a big thing. Just love who you are, accept who you are, and ignore everything they're saying, because whatever they're saying doesn't freaking matter. One day you'll be the boss of them. So just keep working hard, keep being yourself, and don't let people get to you. So anyways, guys, that's all for this story time. I hope you guys learned a valuable lesson out of this. That's what mainly this one was for. It wasn't really for the laughs. I tried to throw in some laughs there for you guys because I know that's a big, important part of story time. But that was a real story that you guys wanted to hear, and that I wanted to tell you guys, because I thought I said it before in a video, but if I didn't, now you can hear it on this one. And hopefully you guys learned something about bullying or something. I mean, I really hope you took something out of this, because it's really important to me that you do take something out of this. Anyways, guys, that's all for the story time. Comment below on what you want me to share next time. I will try to share whatever story that comes to mind or that you guys comment. That's good. Remember to thumbs up the comment if you want to hear a certain story so I know what to do. And anyways, that is all. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, everyone.